now I wanna ask the same thing to you. Why you couldn't be the person who is very communicative?
Oh yeah, I was like super introvert. I was like very artistic growing up. So my mother was a fine art teacher, and I used to sit in every one of her class growing up. So
Now it has two aspects. I'm sorry to cut you in
yeah,
between.
sure,
Like
yeah,
talk in between. Like for communicative can be in either languages,
right, yeah,
and for English.
right.
Tell me for both.
I was neither very communicative in Hindi nor very much in English. I did not used to talk a lot. My family members, relatives used to say that if you talk, I'm going to give you 10 rupees. That I would in a social event, if like 15 people are sitting, I would be just mum. I would not say anything. I can sit over there for a hour. I would not say anything.
Then you should go back to them now and ask for like maybe millions because now you're speaking so much.
Well, they better pay me millions, man. No, yeah, that's just a personality trait that I was an introvert, and that's just the way it was. And that was not just because I did not care about talking. It was also like over time grew up into I'm not comfortable in talking. It is a fear. It's a real fear. Whenever I talk something that I wish I did not. So the next time is that I wish I don't talk.
Yes, and I feel like the best way to improve your communication, and especially in English, is during your school days only.
Right.
Because that's where you're learning a lot of things and your mind kind of,
True.
grasp everything.
Yeah.
So I think at that stage you should start watching content in English more. Say you can start with very simple series, they're kind of
Yeah.
interesting, but at the same time it will make you more familiar with the language. It's
Yes.
for every language,
Listening
not only
helps a
for
lot.
English.
Listening is very, very powerful. There's no doubt in that.
Ye-
And I think during the college time, and like you said that, yeah, it's better if you start early. Well, it is never too early as well. People say it's never too late, but it's never too early as well. Start right now, wherever you are.
Yeah.
But then again, like I decided to start working on it when I got into college, and I don't think anything could stop me. What I did, I think barely anyone else does. Like I took it so seriously. Like I'll talk for 1 hour to myself in English for like straight up 6 years, and that kind of dedication is insane. And that is required if you messed up your initial primary like 18 years or so of your school life, but it is still possible. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that I'm having any kind of inferiority when it comes to comparing anyone's communication in the language of English. And I think that can be done in just like 3 to 4 years maximum. But now I created a whole method, and I've seen students doing better in just 1 month significantly.
I think Ashish improved a lot when he was practicing speaking.
Yeah.
So that's where problem lies. Even though like you're good at listening, before I start to the next phase of what I'm saying, I think you should first listen a lot of content in English. You can start with animated series. They are like so because they are meant to be for kids. So it's like very simple, very kind of slow, and you kind of can grasp it
Yeah.
without subtitles, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
very important point. It's not obviously. A lot of people watch English content, but they always have subtitles. You remember how much I forced you to stop using subtitles?
Yeah.
Because people don't understand this. When you are watching an English content with subtitles, you're not really listening to English, but you're reading English. And that is not going to help you to improve your communication skills. Listening improves your speaking, reading improves your writing. So a lot of people who are like academically very good, they prefer reading because they're very fast in reading. Because you remember when we used to watch the same content in English with subtitles, she would like read instantly, and I would like, hey, pause that, right? Because I was not used to that. In general, I suck at reading, right? But you have to take that very seriously. If you are watching English content and you want to improve your communication skills, 100% guaranteed listening will tune your brain in a manner that you just fabricate the words and sentences to communicate your idea. But that won't happen if you're just reading subtitles, because you're just using your ears for sound effects. Rest the language is through your reading. So yeah, that's an important point.
Yeah, another point which I feel is like a lot of people, do you remember, have you ever played this game with your siblings? in childhood where you kind of start speaking English. Hey, we'll speak in English from now onwards, or maybe with your friends. I
I
have
skipped
played
that
that
game.
with Ankit. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have played that with your siblings or your friends as well. So that's where, we can see there is, desire to learn the language. But at the same time, then why we are still at square one? Because we are not
Practice.
able to interact with people who can speak English. That's where the main, even though I see like the reason you are watching this podcast right now is because you care. You also wish to learn English. You also wish to speak fluently. So the reason is why you can't improve lies that you do not have someone to talk to.
Right. See,
But
Kamal, I'm just going to cut you over there for a reason because I disagree at a point. I know
let
where
me
it is.
complete, Ashish.
I know where it is coming from. All right. Because you grew up speaking English. You grew up speaking English, so you were decent in speaking English.
Let me
Okay.
complete
All
my
right.
thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. What I was saying, the problem is we do not have someone to talk to. So why do we have to look for someone? Look for yourself.
Oh no, you just turned the table. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
even
what I was
fair.
saying. I'm like, this is my moment. Don't steal my limelight.
That's not even fair. Yeah.
Don't steal my
She's,
limelight.
she's so smart.
I was in such a good flow. It was connected.
Yeah, my social scores just went downhill.
Yes. Okay, anyway, so why can't someone be you? And why can't you talk to yourself?
All right. Can I speak now, ma'am?
Yeah, and now I'm gonna just give my limelight to him because he's just been like so desperate to speak because he is masters in it and he can throw
PhD.
he can throw more light over it, how to improve over there.
Yeah, see, the reason why I was able to help so many people improve their English is because I was terrible at it at one point. So I relate with them. Now, you would find it quite comfortable to talk in English when you are, let us say, in college, because you grew up with decent English. Now, for someone who grew up with trashy English, if that person all of a sudden decides, okay, from now on, every day I'll make it a mission that I'll talk to 3 people in English, that is just going to be demotivating for them because they're not going to do so well, right? And next time that fear is going to enhance. So what you're basically doing is like playing cricket for the first time in a World Cup scenario. Like you just threw yourself on the stage when you were not prepared. And that is happening to so many people who are continuously getting advice from other people that to improve spoken English, what you should do is speak a lot of English, talk to your friends in English. And that doesn't work out because we are all on the same page. And more people than less actually did not grow up speaking English well, because you see toppers and people who are taking leadership roles and those people who are, let us say, prefects and monitors and those who are giving speeches early in the morning, they're like minority. Obviously they're like the top 3 top 10 people of a school, and that too if it is a good school. So majority of the people are having this problem. So the method that I incline towards is that, all right, let's give myself the practice hours. Let's give my tongue some practice to speak this language. And when I'll be comfortable enough, I'll start to apply that, like gradually increasing my level. And then I'll take some simple roles. And the roles can be as simple as asking a question in a class. That's it. You're just saying one line. Think about what you're going to say. Ask that question. And then you get more confidence. Just like you'll nurture an athlete, right? You have a kid who has never played baseball. You want him to be a professional athlete. So you nurture him slowly, build that person's confidence. Same goes with like any other athletic sport.
Yeah.
So that's the way you should do it. But a lot of people are not ready to put those hours. They do not understand the value of patience, that it will take like at least a month for you doing it every day for 20 minutes for you to see any progress.
Yeah.
And I've generally seen that people even start seeing progress in 3 days. They are going to say that. And for that, the basic DIMR rule is DMIR, do, monitor, something, something, and repeat. All right, basically record, then listen to it, and then find out your weaknesses, and then improve upon it. Yeah, I was for improve. and then you repeat that on a daily basis. And
Yeah.
once you have done that for a long time, you yourself will start to have the confidence that, yeah, now I can speak. You know how many people in the comment section has been telling me that Torq Fire podcast has helped them to improve their spoken English.
Don't steal my thoughts.
Oh,
You're
yeah, I stole
stealing
it.
everything
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say.
That's what happens when you're a double scientist. You're so smart, you actually read people's minds.
I have a lot of things. Take whatever you want.